Hi, this is William from Great Affordable Watches, and today I'm gonna go through my watch collection. But before we get started, some of you might have noticed that I have been gone from YouTube for about 1 year, and that's because I graduated and started a new job. So I've had other things to do, but now I'm back and will start producing a lot more videos again. So let's get into my watch collection and start with the watches I have sold. And these are the watches I have sold since my previous update. I would go through them fairly quickly, and I will tell you why I've sold them. The first watch is the Hamilton Khaki Feel Automatic. I think the Hamilton is a great looking watch. It offers a lot of watch for your money, and it's still one of the better watches at around $500 US. But it didn't really click with me. I didn't fall in love with the watch, and I didn't use it that much. And even though, as I said, it's a great watch, I didn't use it, so I thought I'd sell it instead. The second watch I've sold is the Sin 556 with the blue dial, and it's a similar story as with the Hamilton. I think the Sin is a fantastic watch. I think Sin offers some of the best value for money at around $1,000. And it's definitely one of my favorite watches still, but I didn't really use the watch and it didn't sit that well on my wrist. I don't know why. Maybe the case shape, I'm not really sure, but I still think it offers great value, and I would love to own a Sin 556 Blue in the future. The third watch is the Omega Seamaster Vintage, and I really love that watch. I think it's one of the best looking vintage Omegas I've seen, but as I've said in some of my previous videos, I don't really use dress watches, so I thought it was a bit too much to have 3 almost identical dress watches. I had 2 King Seikos and 1 Omega, so I sold it. I regret it a bit, but yeah, that's life. And the fourth watch is the Tudor, and this is a watch I definitely regret selling. I think that watch was one of the best looking chronographs, and it is really hard to get these days. So yeah, it's a shame I sold it, but you live and learn, and hopefully I will get another one in the future. And I will definitely get a new one in the future, and yeah, hopefully very soon. So stay tuned for that. And my final watch I've sold is the King Seiko, or one of my King Seikos. This may also come as a bit of a surprise to some of you, as I love that watch, but as with my Omega, I didn't use it at all, almost, and I thought it was a shame that it just sat in my box. So yeah, unfortunately I've sold that one too. But I have a new King Seiko in my collection, so yeah, stay tuned for that and I will show it soon. Now let's get into my current collection, and we can start with the absolute cheapest watch in my collection, and that's the Casio A158W, and this is of course a quartz digital watch. I think you all have seen this watch before. This is definitely one of the best watches you can get at around $10 to $40 US. It's 32 millimeters, and I think it's just a really awesome looking watch. I love the 80s or 90s look of it, and yeah, I picked this one instead of the newer 168 because I like the smaller case and also the shape of the case. The newer is a bit thicker, and I think it's a bit more round at the edges, and yeah, I just love the look of this watch. It's a true classic and a must in a lot of watch collections. Okay, let's move on. And this is my King Seiko 5256 Special, and this is a watch you have probably seen before, and yeah, this is not a watch I will be selling anytime soon. It's just a very special watch. It's really hard to get with the 5256 movement, and yeah, it's in fairly good condition. The dial is absolutely beautiful, And yeah, this is a true keeper in my collection, as I've searched for it for a long time. But this is the same watch I had before. And of course, my trusty SKX013. I absolutely love this watch, and I've had it for a couple of years now, and I'm not planning on selling it, even though they have gone up in value. And yeah, this watch you have all seen before, the Jubilee bracelet and the black dial. I just think this watch is one of the better watches you can get. I know the movement is not the best and all that, but I really like the look, and you have seen this watch 1,000 times before. So I won't talk more about it, but yeah, I definitely love this watch. And this is the Zodiac Seawolf or Super Seawolf 53. This is a watch I've actually looked at for a long time, and I really like the look of the black dial and the white outer ring around the dial. And this is a fairly expensive watch at around $1,200 or maybe $1,300. I think this is actually a really nice watch if you can pick it up for a decent price on the used market, which I did. It got the SDP 313 movement, which is more or less a higher grade version or a upgraded version from the SDP 111, which is actually a really nice movement in my opinion. And I think this watch actually looks really nice. It's a great size at 40 millimeters, and I think for me the design and the look of the watch is what I love, and I got it for a great price. So yeah, I'm not sure if I should keep this watch or if I should sell it, but I really like it at the moment. And of course I will leave all the reference numbers down in the description so you can check them out and read more about them. And this is my new King Seiko 56267040, I believe it is, and this is with the blue dial, and this is an absolute gorgeous watch. I've always wanted a King Seiko with the blue dial, but they are hard to get in original condition. This is unfortunately not a perfect example. It doesn't have the medallion, and we got some damage up here on the dial, but overall the case and the dial is looking really nice. And as you guys know, I love King Seikos, and I just had to get it when I saw this watch. And this watch is 36 millimeters, as with most King Seikos, so they sit really nice in today's standards. I think the size is perfect for this type of watch. And of course I will do a more comprehensive video of this watch, so stay tuned for that in the future if you are interested. And this is the Tudor Prince Date Day, and this is a Hong Kong exclusive watch, I believe, so they are only sold at the authorized dealer in Hong Kong, Tudor authorized dealer in Hong Kong, so they are fairly hard to get. And I intended on purchasing a Black Bay 36, but I canceled my order as soon as I saw this one. I've had it for about 1 year now, and I absolutely love it. It's a really slim watch, looks fantastic, and I really love this bracelet, or I should say I love the look of this bracelet, as the clasp is not the best. It's not of the highest quality, but it's a bit like the Jubilee bracelet on the SKX. It's just so comfortable and looks fantastic, so you can forgive it. But this is a standard Tudor, so we got the ETA 28 series movement, but of course top grade and modified by Tudor, and it's basically the same movements as sitting in the Black Bay ETA version, but of course with the day up at 12 o'clock. But I must say I really love this watch. This is definitely one of my favorite Tudor watches, and I actually got this watch as a graduation gift, so it's very special for me. And if you're looking for a great alternative to a Rolex Explorer or a Day-Date, this is definitely a great alternative, or perhaps the closest you can get. And the quality, the finishing and all that is fantastic on this watch. And of course the looks is great, and it just sits really comfortably on the wrist. A bit hard to get, but I know you can get them on Chrono24, or if you live in Hong Kong you can easily get this watch. So yeah, and this is more or less the same watch that's been in production for a long time. I'm not sure why they don't sell this watch except at the Hong Kong dealer, as this is definitely one of my favorite Tudor watches. And I will definitely do a full review of this watch in the future, so stay tuned for that. And my latest watch, the Grand Seiko Sbgr 253. And this is my latest purchase, and I was actually intending on buying the Black Bay 58, but then this popped up and I just had to get it. This is definitely my favorite Grand Seiko model. I also like the one with the cream dial and the blue second sand, but this is definitely one of my absolute favorite Grand Seiko models, or I should say new Grand Seiko models, as I love a lot of vintage models. But this is an absolute fantastic watch, perhaps the best value for money, if you can call it that. It's a great watch. We got that fantastic case finishing as we come to expect from Grand Seiko, and the incredible dial, and also the 9S65 movement. And yeah, this is a true Grand Seiko, and it's a fantastic watch. I really love it, and I think what makes this watch special is the clean and simple dial and the 38mm case, and this is definitely why I love it. We got that Grand Seiko finishing, Grand Seiko movement, but in a small and compact size of 37mm. So yeah, this is definitely one of my all-time favorite watches, and I've been looking at it for a long time, and when it did come up for sale at this condition, I just had to get it. So yeah, what do you think of my new collection? Do you want to see a full review of the Tudor and also this watch, of course, and perhaps a more in-depth video of the King Seiko with the blue dial and what you should look out for when finding one? These are all my new watches, and please let me know what you think of this collection down in the comment section. Do you think I did the right choice of selling my previous watches and getting these ones instead? Or do you think it was a mistake from my side? Also let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future, as I have a lot of great videos planned. So stay tuned for that, and it's great to be back here on YouTube, and thank you for watching this collection video. I hope you liked it, and I hope I also see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.